Oh my gosh, I cannot believe this. Jeffree Starrr is now being exposed by the very demure girl, Jools Lebron. I'm shocked. I am literally shocked by this entire situation. This came out of nowhere. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, grab a snack and come on back. And I want to talk about it. So first of all, Jools Lebron dropped part 3. I have part 3 of it. Jools Lebron stated that Patrick Starrr told Jools that Jaclyn Hill does know. She knows that Patrick Starrr told her everything about Dramageddon. Situation that Patrick Starrr was talking down about Manny MUA. And then Jools Lebron goes to say, I don't like Jeffree Starrr. I don't like Jeffree Starrr. But being and hanging around Patrick, I can tell you that Patrick Starr's worse than Jeffree Starrr. That is what Jools Lebron is saying about Patrick Starrr. And I'm just like, damn, bro. And I go into detail about this entire situation, breaking down the mind of Jools Lebron and why Jools Lebron is crashing out and saying these things about Patrick Starrr. If you're going to do it, might as well just go all the way and do it. If you're going to be the villain girl, be the villain girl. So let me roll you the clip of what Jools Lebron had to say. And prepare yourself because Jools Lebron basically compares Patrick Starrr to P. Diddy. Girl, here we go, roll it.
I lost all my brand deals. I don't know why brands don't want to work with me. And then my posts started getting mass reported. And they would all get mass reported on the same videos featuring the same brand. And because my videos got mass reported, I lost monetization for like an entire month, girl. So I don't have any brand deals. I have a shit ton of hospital bills. And I don't have any more like incoming anything. Oh my God, I didn't think this was gonna fuck me up this bad. I'm sorry. I don't have any more incoming anything, and that's why I got a regular job. That's why I ended up being a cashier, because I thought that I just had like ruined my own career. And then to find out during Demure that like this person was behind all of it, like someone I idolized, I looked up to, someone that I love, was the reason why all of this happened, is over here behind the scenes pulling strings, playing puppet master. And I should have known, because day one, you're telling me all this shit about Manny. You're telling me about how Lil Miss Jaclyn hits the powder, how Nicki does this, how Jaclyn and Jeffree don't like each other, and how Nicki was friends with Jeffree, and how Nikita took you to this restaurant that was across the street from the Abbey so that you guys, you're telling me all the hottest gossip about all your divas. I should have known. I should have known you weren't right. You've only known me for 0.23 seconds, and I've heard all the gossip about all the biggest beauty influencers. Y'all, Dramageddon? I know the truth about Dramageddon. Y'all don't know anything about the truth about Dramageddon. What y'all saw online is not what was true. And there is so much behind it that I wish I could share with you that I'm so fearful to. And for you to have known me for 3 seconds and have spilled all that to me should have been everything I needed to know. No, exactly. I don't know why anyone would think I'm talking about Patrick Ta when I just met Patrick Ta 6 months ago. There's no reason for it to be Patrick Ta. I've only known Patrick Ta for 34 seconds. Like, all this is happening in 2023. No, exactly. Looking back, I'm realizing just how, like, evil this person is, how, like, manipulative this person is, like, how nasty this person is. And I'm not realizing it for the longest time. And then when I made that video the other day, and I said that, you know, like, I healed, like, I'm at a Beyonce concert, yada, 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 boom, bam, bam. When I tell y'all, it is absolutely so heartbreaking, the stories that I've heard. Because it's not just me. There's so many other influencers, so many other beauty influencers out here who are done so dirty by this person. This person is trademarking small brand names before they can blow up, taking advantage of people. I'm talking about stuff, it's getting Diddy in here. It's getting Diddy in here. And no one knows, because this is Lil Miss, you know, everyone's pride and joy in the beauty community. And I just, y'all worried about the wrong people. I would never, ever, ever thought I'd say this. I don't think I'd ever say this. I think this person has more hate in their heart than Jeffree Starrr. And they go by the same damn name. like Jeffree Starrr is probably a better person than this person. 1000%. 1000%. You know how crazy that is to say? Because I don't even, in no world, way, shape, or form do I even mess with Jeffree Starrr. So let's stop there. But do you know how bad you have to be as a person for me to say that? If you've ever heard me talk about Jeffree Star, you know I am not a fan. So for me to have say that, you know there's some behind the scenes, there's just some shit going down. And the shit that I've heard, you like, and then the thing is too, same shit happened to me. I remember being like, why is this person like talking about all this like freaky shit with me? Like bring it up like, oh, I'm not like, everyone thinks I'm a good person, but behind the scenes I get nasty and okay. But I remember being like, why are you telling me that? And looking back, I'm like, oh, you were trying to get me involved in some of that. Big Mama don't do that. No, very baby oil, very baby oil. And triangulating people's grinders with your PR addresses so that you can take advantage of them. Triangulating people's grinder addresses so you can take their nudes and use them as revenge against them. It's getting really weird. It's getting really weird. It's getting very weird, actually. It's getting actually very weird and very concerning. It's getting very weird and very concerning. Because why is there... Rewind. This person used to manage a group of beauty...
I'm shocked by that. I cannot believe Jools Lebron went that far. And I know what your guys are going to say. I think you're thinking like, oh, no one's going to want to work with Jools Lebron, the very demure girl, no more. Why is she going this far and saying that? Listen, I talk about all that in my podcast that's going to be later on in this video. But I did want to preface that hurt people. And I think that Jools Lebron probably is hurt. But also, like, you write off the fame of the very demure thing with millions of views, lots of attention from Beyonce and Beyonce's mom and all these celebrities. And then you start like, well, what happens next, right? And I think that Jools Lebron could have parlayed it in just makeup reviews. Is it very demure? Is it not? Go on tour. She has a great personality, whether it's lip syncing for a show or doing little jokes or doing a character. Like I would have went to go seen her. I think it's great. But when I look back at it all, it is kind of sad to see an opportunity given to Jools Lebron and she kind of like almost deteriorated it. Not saying that she's problematic, not saying that, but due to the, totality of circumstances and the track record, I'm looking at it like, well, yeah, she did go after Patrick Tall. She did go after Patrick Starrr. She says she does not like Jeffree Star. Damn, like you like anybody. And so I think that there's something definitely there, right? And I'm not going to sit here and say that she has mental illness or anything like that. But maybe, just maybe, Jools Lebron is right. Because even a broken clock tells the time, twice, right? I don't know. Do I think that Patrick Starrr talk down about people? Yeah. I mean, everybody talks shit about everybody, if you ask me. But I do think it was very kind of shady for Patrick Starrr to do it so quickly to Jewel. I think Jools Lebron has a lot more to say. People really want to know if she's going to talk about what really happened with Dramageddon, which we already know if you've been following me for a while. I wonder if she's gonna go on there and talk about the pay, cha-cha-ching, if she got paid by Patrick Starrr and how much, and anything else, because it seems like Jools Lebron has just gotten started. Now, grab a snack and come on back because I want to talk about this in my podcast in full detail, but I just wanted to put that out there so you guys know what's going on, okay? So here we go, guys. Let's go. Oh my gosh. I have Pink Labubu here, Pink Scorpio. Hello.
Hello, checking in.
We need to talk. This is an
Yeah.
emergency podcast. And you know what? We actually got one positive comment and they said, I love this long form talking on the phone. It feels like, yeah, somebody was like, I love it. It feels like I'm just hanging out with friends talking about the gossip. Finally, we got a positive comment. Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah.
Thank God.
But you know what?
Jesus.
It's the format because in the beginning, I give drama, I give me, and then at the end of the video, we go into the podcast style. I think that's what they like. So,
Well, you also have to take into consideration that like the people who have been here since like you and your like the very first videos, right?
mhm.
Before the triangles, like they're so used to your format. So when you introduce something else, it's like an iOS update.
Oh,
Like it
yes.
needs to be done just to keep things like a little fresh. And people always say like, "Oh, I wanna know what happens behind the scenes." This is what happens behind the scenes. Like you literally talk to your friends about what's going
hmm
on.
So,
So
yeah, I literally had to kick whatever boy toy I had over out the house. You got to leave because I got to film, baby. So he left.
anywho,
Okay, let's
thank
talk.
God.
The Bentley is in the garage. The furs are hung up. Let me open up my filing cabinet. Yeah, here we go. So, Jools Lebron, Very Demure Girl, posted
Hmm.
part 3 of the chilling I mean, I was at the edge of my seat. She accused Patrick Starr of being P. Diddy? She
Guys,
accused Jaclyn Hill of doing snow? And to top it off, she said that Patrick Starr is worse than Jeffree Star? What? And then she said they talk shit about Manny MUA. So like, wow. So go ahead, thoughts, please, 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 thoughts.
I like I don't know, she just seems like she's going through it. I don't know if like the very demure money dried up. I don't know. I just kind of feel like I think that when the whole very demure thing, first popped off, like that first week, um, I think that she equated
Right.
going viral with being set up for life, which we know is not the case, right? Like
No,
we
you
know
you
that
you have to keep it up. You have to keep it up.
yes, you have to keep it up. You have to save your money. Like, look at Ash Trevino. I have not heard Ash Trevino's name in a solid like month and a half, and it's been great.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But aside from that, she went from making like what 50,000 a month to, and for 1 month probably, right? To I don't even think that it's even a tenth of that, right? Even I think that might be a little bit gracious, but that's the whole thing is that I think that I remember she made a video too saying like I could have gotten the apartment in LA. I could have did this. I could have did that. But now instead she's taking care of her family. So now she has that weight
Mm-mm.
of,
You know what?
what?
I'm trying to be rude, but let me say this. When I was first on YouTube making money and I got my first big check,
Hmm.
I left. I got my apartment. I did everything online, got the approval process, did all the information I had to do. All I do is show up and get my key. I literally showed up, got my key, then I told my mom, I moved out. She's like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. Because I knew if I stayed behind, everybody's gonna be there with their hand out.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
go ahead.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, so instead of Jules, like, following her own dreams, she decided to, like, she decided to start the very demure clothing, right? And she's been saying that her family works for her. So then you run into the issue of the whole trademark situation, which happened immediately right after, right? That somebody had um someone filed the trademark for very demure. So she had, after she spent a significant amount of money creating all this merch and trying to do this whole thing, again, it's just another experience that jaded her, right? So now when she comes out and starts saying that I know the real truth behind Dramageddon, Jacqueline did this, Patrick's worse than Jeffree. Well, first of all, what did Jeffree do to you? Like, to me, people can have their opinions, but like, why do you have to drag other? Why do you have to name drop? It just, to me, it's just so like, it's just to stir the pot, it's to get the views, but it's like, is this really how you want to get them? I don't know, Tom, and especially with Patrick Starr being P. Diddy, that's what the statement you want to come out with right now. Oh my gosh. Like, it's just so, I don't know, it's telling of who Jules is. And then she wants to complain about not getting the brand deals, about all these things, but refuses to take a look in the mirror. And I think that it's easier to blame it on somebody than to self-reflect. That's what I think.
Mm-hmm. Well, listen, I've been around a lot of people. I have the gift of discernment. And
Hmm.
I feel like Jules is a good person, has a good heart, means well, but there's definitely some demons in there. And there's definitely a little bit of like she just kind of can switch
Hmm.
characters. Like you don't know if you're gonna be next.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh
and
yeah.
and it's like a ticking time bomb, and you know what I'm saying? And so it's people like that are very entertaining. And I'm not
Hmm.
and I'm not and I'm not gonna diagnose and say that she has mental health issues. I'm not gonna go that far because I'm not a doctor, but it kind of gives that sometimes. But then
Right.
that also could just be a character. Like I watch Jules and she's talking and then she'll just go ha ha ha, and I'm like, what did I miss something? What was funny? So I'm just like, is if this is her villain era, I love it. And you know what? If this is Jules' villain era, she needs to go harder.
That's how, yeah, that's my whole thing is it's like you lightly talk about, like you barely scratch the surface. She barely is scratching the surface. Like if you're gonna say what really happened, drama, lay it out. You
Well, you
can't
gotta
just
tease it.
and
You gotta tease it, girl. Come on, a little bit.
yes, you have to tease it, but it's like, girl, just I don't know. I think when it comes to drama that's not your own, like I can tease drama that's my own. Like I can tell you, oh, you guys, I'm sorry. Like yeah, I'm going through a rough time. You guys, I'm sorry. I can play it up, right? But if it's drama that's not, but if it's drama that's not your own, you can't do that because it's not yours to do that with.
Hmm.
Unless you're Rich Lux, by all means, that's your gig. You could do that. Like she's Jules. That's not her. That's not her thing. You know.
It's shocking to me. I love it, but it's shocking to me because when I think of Jules LeBron, I think of the very demure phrase. I think of Beyonce shouting her out, and Beyonce's mom, her being adored by so many celebrities, saying very demure and giving her credit,
Mhm.
and actually giving respect to Jules and crediting Jules because she is a person of minority and she is openly trans, and people like that, so much has been taken from them. So it's good to see something come back and it
Yeah.
being acknowledged when so many other catchphrases have been taken from LGBTQA community.
I was happy for her in that sense. I just feel like I'm somebody who like remembers her from before. Like I remember like she had the emotional support Bratz doll and the American Girl doll. Like so I've been watching her for a long time, right? So I remember when she, had to go get another job and when she had to switch apartments and like she did have a very serious like stalker situation. So I remember like just all these things, right? Like I just watching her like being messy has always kind of been like her brand.
Yeah, but I think she's above it. I'm eating a salad right now. I think she's above it. No, seriously, I'm into this drama. Grab a snack and come on back, baby. Let me say this. Jules LeBron as a brand, from a PR marketing standpoint, just my
Hmm.
opinion, if I was her management, I would say, go get your ass in that room, sit down, and film makeup tutorials and makeup reviews, specifically makeup reviews,
Yeah.
and say at the end of the video, is it Demir approved or not? Easy. Very much Jeffree Star's gig, but do
Hmm.
it this way, different verbiage. It's like you're not reinventing the wheel here. Sit down and say, do you like it? Is it big girl approved or whatever? Okay, you know what I'm saying? And do that for TikTok. And then for YouTube, give us long form content of you extensively trying makeup reviews and give us vlogs and give us little short form vlogs too on your TikTok. But getting on there and bashing Patrick Star, I think that calling Patrick Star P. Diddy and all that stuff like that, I just think it's beneath her because it's kind of low vibrational. It gets views and it gets
Hmm.
clicks. And so here's the thing, like people say, well, you do it, Rich, we came in. Yes, I do it, but you have to understand, I do it all day, every day, twice on Sunday. These
Hmm.
people, they do it one time and that's it.
Hmm.
And then that's what they're known for is just, oh, you're that one person that exposed that one person. Like that, is that what you want to be known for? Like I don't want to go down for exposing one person. I'm gonna go down for exposing everybody.
Hmm.
I just
That's
think,
what I
go ahead.
mean.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, that's what I mean. Like that's like it doesn't make sense for you to start calling all these people out, but then like, like like I said, it's just easier to blame. And I wish like if she's gonna be known for this, like blow it up the way that all your old series used to be because she used to do all those makeup reviews and she used to do like a series where people would show her the dupe and she'd be like, please, I'm on my last little bit of this eyeliner, like, and it's literally like a little nub, right, like a
Mhm.
nub of lip liner of like whatever. And then Jules would come in laughing, she'd be like, ha, it's this, after some investigation it's this. But I don't know, she used to like that was like the best, in my opinion, that was the best series for her because people would look for her, people would remember her, and then people would like engage with her stuff, right? So I don't know. To me, I feel like I would much rather have been known for that and kept that. I forgot why she stopped doing it. She said she didn't like doing it anymore. But
Girl,
like
let me
it
tell you,
got the views.
here's the thing. Was it somebody, I'm not gonna say their name, but there's a big influencer I was hanging out with the other day, and they were like, "This is my content on whatever platform, and I
Hmm.
don't like doing it no more. But it's the only thing that gets me views." And I said, "Listen, baby, it's a job. You think people like going to work? You people want to go to work? No, but they do it for a paycheck. If this is what's getting you views, then sit your ass down and give the people what they want. It's a job. Clock in.
It's like nobody wants to work anymore.
Nobody wants to work anymore." And I'm like, if I, for whatever reason, didn't have a passion for drama anymore, but that's the only thing that got me views, then baby, I gotta eat. If I don't grind, I don't shine. So baby, I'm gonna sit down, make my drama videos. It's work. Clock in and clock out. And Jools
Mm-hmm.
Lebron sitting there, "Oh, I don't want to do this anymore." I got on TikTok and Jools Lebron was playing video games like Hello Kitty, building houses and stuff. And I was like, okay, she's a gamer girl. She's a gamer girl now. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's gonna pay the bills.
No.
Do the makeup reviews, give us the dupes, give us story times about you being stalked by some guy you met on the grinder. Like that's what people want. Hire people to hire people to do your skits and stuff like that, and get people talking. And then boom, drop a music video. I would love for Jools LeBron to drop music.
Mm-hmm.
Give it up for the big girls. Give it up for the big girls. The big, 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 big girl. Like something. She's out there like whipping her hair, doing the splits. All these hot guys around her. It was fun. Start all this drama and drop a music video, and then go on tour. There is no reason why she shouldn't have gone on tour during that very demure when it hit. She should have went on tour and gave us full, like a little drag show, a trans drag queen, and give us a little lip sync. Or you know what? Put on a little Selena costume, call it Fat Selena. Book me now for your backyard barbecue, bar mitzvah part, and Fat Selena. But I would have booked her. Hell yeah, that's
People would have
funny.
put yes,
That's funny.
1000%.
Book me as Suzette. I'm ready to go.
I can't with
She
you.
had once you got the fame, you gotta run it out, girl. You gotta stretch it out. Oh, y'all know me for Very Demure, but I also do makeup reviews. You know me for Very Demure. I also gamer girl on Twitch. I also, you know me for Very Demure. I also do Fat Selena impersonation. Book me for your drag shows, please, please, please. Bar mitzvah, backyard barbecue, weddings.
It's just that's the whole thing is like I wish that she would have like set more things up and this isn't what she is essentially known for. Because I feel like with Patrick plays dirty. Let me tell you that. Like that's just one.
Really?
Well, from
Mmm.
what we've all seen, well, look at all there. Look, how many people is he still friends with? Let's be so for real.
But the thing, this is the thing. Like, and see, I say this on this audio recording, but it'll never make the headlines. Like it never like, it's one of those things that like when people talk about Patrick Starr and me, they'll never play this clip. They just won't.
Hmm.
Unless somebody was to clip it and put it on TikTok or something like that. But other than that, Patrick Starr will never hear it. Only the real fans who are tuned in are going to hear this. Patrick Starr to me is a good person. I know I've met him like 2 or 3 times outside of events, like literally walking in the street, run into him. He's been very
Hmm.
nice, very like professional. I know people personally that know Patrick, they're very close to him. Patrick's very giving. He wants everybody to come along on this journey. And what happens, because I've learned this the hard way too, is that people will switch up on you. Like, well, why him, not me? Oh, like I can't get anything out of him anymore. Let me go ahead and expose. Let me talk my ish. I this is why Patrick Star's so guarded because of people like Jules LeBron. This is why I'm
Hmm.
so guarded because of people who I've you've seen the switch up firsthand.
Hmm.
Sometimes we will literally meet people and they're so nice, and then we turn around and we're like, "What? They were just in my face smiling, said they had a great time. What is going? What? The switch up is crazy."
Hmm.
But hey, it's desperate times. I guess rent must be due.
Well, let me just tell you why I think that Patrick plays dirty and why I say it like that.
Yes, I'm ready.
Patrick doesn't get online and do the dirty work. It's all done behind the scenes, right? So for Jules to come out and say, "I heard what happened behind the scenes," did you ever consider maybe it was a test? You know what I mean? Like to
Oh
see
yes.
if like
Mm-hmm.
that's
Mm-hmm.
where
That
I
part.
just feel
That part.
like and that when I say play dirty, to me that does feel very dirty. Like I'm gonna tell you information to see if it gets out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I
Yep.
don't ever see Patrick Starr
Yep.
responding to drama. I never see Patrick Starr on Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, even YouTube, right? I never see him come out and address anything regarding drama. So I have heard from multiple people, right, from different influencers that Patrick Starr will talk all kinds of shit, do all this X, Y, and Z, but you will never see him online talk about it. Never.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like for Jules, Jules said too, she was like, "Why is he telling y'all this? Like, if your red flags are going off, like, why is this person telling me this? Why are you repeating it? If you knew it was crazy from the beginning, why are you repeating it?"
I didn't think of it that way. Aha moment.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, I can't. Like, girl, it's 5 in the morning. This is the stuff that keeps us up at night. But no, I really feel like it just, I get where Patrick comes from, but the way that I see it professionally, he does a great job, which is why I say he plays dirty, because I'm sure that aside from all that, he probably goes the legal route too. And I never thought of it like this. Do you think that Patrick possibly took the very demure trademark before Jules could?
No, no, no. And I'll say this because if that was the case, Jools Lebron would have said it loud and clear. Loud and clear. Now, is it possible that Patrick Starr might have paid someone to take it? Yes. But did Patrick Starr take it? No. Anything's possible. But
That's true.
if it was true that Patrick did have something to do with it, I think Jules would have exposed it.
Yeah, that's true. I do think Jules would have exposed it. That's right. I don't know. I just feel like this whole like accusing Patrick Starr of being like P Diddy. I think I think it was taking it too far.
Mm-hmm.
But then she did insinuate that Patrick was trying to like rope her into her her. How do we say it? Can we say like what we can't like talk freely on YouTube, huh?
No. We
Yeah, I was gonna say
just use code words.
an escapade.
Mm-hmm. Escapade. Janet Jackson.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a escapade.
Mm-hmm.
I used to work at
So
Sears. Hold on. I used to work at Sears a long time ago, folding clothes in the men's department. And sometimes they put me in the women's department. Anyways, I'm there one day folding clothes. It's like 11 o'clock, noon. And Janet Jackson's Escapade will be playing in the loudspeaker. And I was like, ooh, what is this song? I've never heard it before.
mhm.
Apparently, it was like a big deal, like the old song. I was like, ooh, Escapade. Escapade. Escalade. And I'm like, ah, I love that song. Anyway, shout out to me working at Sears back in the day. Damn. Folding clothes, listening to Jan Jackson Escapade.
But that's what I'm saying. I just feel like I don't know that to bring that part up, it did. I don't like. It just rubs me the wrong way. Like it doesn't feel like I don't know. I don't think if that's what was happening behind the scenes, like Patrick tried to rope Jules into that, I agree that was completely wrong because that's a professional environment. But then again, at the same time, they were also talking like they were friends with
Mm-hmm.
like the whole gossip and stuff. So that's what throws me off. So I don't know. I just feel like I have a group of friends that I do talk about, like, the escapade side, we'll just code word, right? And then I have a group of friends that, like, we keep it light. And there's hardly any crossover. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if this was a professional relationship and then she did bring that up, or Patrick brought that up, that is a little bit out there. But if this was like, we're at the dinner table, we're talking, like, we probably drank a couple, you know what I mean? Like, it's just,
Patrick Starr does like to drink. Again, I
well,
circle back. I think Patrick Starr is under a tremendous amount of stress. Um,
hmm
I really don't think that I just feel like Patrick Starr stressed out. You can't predict what's going to be a big hit or not. I think when it
hmm
comes to One Size Beauty, congratulations, having the number one product sold in Sephora every 8 seconds, which is that setting spray. But I think that's a flash in a pan. Like I don't think that's going to be a staple forever and ever and ever when people find out about the whole aerosol situation. Like it's the whole reason. Like, okay, so back in the day, okay, if you guys were one of the girls like me and you had coin, there was this product that was released at Saks Fifth Avenue, Neiman Marcus, Nordstrom's, at Dior, and it was called the Dior Air Flash. Remember that?
Oh, RIP to our good sister. That was
And
a
people loved it. It was fun because it was a spray can, and you would spray the back of your hand or you would spray the brush and you would apply it in your face, and it was a fun shake and go moment, and you would spray the Dior Air Flash foundation on your face, and it was literally a spray can. Let's call it what it is. It was a spray can. And
it was a good spray can.
and I bought two. I bought the foundation spray can, and I also bought, which not many people know about this one, the Dior Air Flash setting spray. Literally, it was a
Mm.
it was a setting one. I think I still have it if I look for it somewhere. Hmm. But anyways, it's Dior had that product. People loved it. It was a good seller, and then they got rid of it. Well, then I asked some people who work at Dior who were higher up. I'm like, why did you get rid of this SKU? It was really good. They said it was a top selling SKU. However, we got rid of it because the trend is focusing more on this clean beauty thing that's coming. This whole thing about sustainability, this whole trend about things that you can, when you run out of it, you can come back to the store and you can replace it. And having the spray can made Dior look bad because it was wasteful, went and contributed to the environment.
Landfill.
So they got rid of it. That's why they got rid of that. And then to see One Size Beauty come out with the spray can setting spray and nobody blink an eye to sustainability, to chemicals and aerosol products, to it could blow up if you puncture it, who knows? I'm just like, girl.
I get what you're saying, but I also don't think that one size has ever been like really promoted towards like that clean beauty initiative.
Well, if they were ever to, it's like, well, you say that, but then you have this. And
And
mhm.
we're probably gonna say the same thing. Well, my whole thing was, would On Till Dawn still be the same if it came out of a spray bottle versus the aerosol can?
You won't get the same effect.
Oh,
You won't get the same effect. And also, what I was gonna say is if One Size Beauty goes into foundation in a spray can, I think that's
it's
what
over.
I think just go ahead and just do it at that point. Just might as well. I mean, if this is great, I mean, having a whole brand where everything is in a spray can, because think about it. Their top products is that matting setting spray. Okay. Then you have
hmm
the same type of bottle that removes it. Then they have a similar bottle that shoots out glitter. It's like, girl, those are the top 3 things I like from your brand. So just go ahead and give us foundation.
Yeah, I can get behind it.
And just be like an easy spray can brand.
A spray can brand. Oh my gosh.
And then you come out with the tanning stuff. There you go, boom.
I love it.
But to
So
drop the
funny.
B12 mixers, girl, okay. To drop the when they dropped the setting spray that was for glass skin, which is basically dewy skin, I'm like,
Hmm.
why wasn't that in a spray can, girl?
You know what? I think that's the thing is that I feel like it would have actually been that one had it been in a different format. I think it would have been good if it was like a spray instead of the little tube. You know what I'm talking
Hmm.
about? Yeah, I think it would have been different.
But anyways, Jools Lebron popped all the way off. I'm shocked by the things that she said. No one's talking about the accusations that Jaclyn Hill does snow. I'm making that video today. That's gonna go on my TikTok. Mm-hmm. As soon as I get off this phone, that's the next video I'm gonna make.
I live for it. Well, I live for it in the sense that I'm here for you talking about it. I hope that if that was the case, she's still not doing what she's doing because that's not great.
And then she said that Jeffree Star and Jaclyn Hill don't even like each other.
Not a surprise though. Sorry. That just wasn't a surprise. Like to me, it wasn't as shocking. But again, the newer generation doesn't know. They're not experienced. They don't remember all the back and forth. Jaclyn Hill and Jeffree Star always gave me like fake friend vibes, like a Regina George
Well,
and
you have to understand they were Morphe colleagues.
com-
No, they had to work
competitors.
together. They were Morphe colleagues. Like they both were under the umbrella of Morphe. They had to get along for the Morphe brand. I think it was competition of who sold more brushes.
Hmm.
I like the Jeffree Star brushes. I think they were cool. They were pink. And they were
The
fun.
Jeffree Star brushes, let me just tell you, have not shed on me the way that the Jaclyn Hill ones did.
That
Oh my
part.
God, to this day, my brushes are still shedding. Jeffree Star was on live yesterday or a couple days ago using the Jaclyn Hill bronzer brush. Girl, that thing was still shedding. And I just feel like I'm glad that that was a universal experience because those brushes, for what we paid for them, for you know where Morphe gets their brushes.
Mm-hmm.
Those should not have been that expensive, and they should not have the quality shouldn't be. They shouldn't be shedding. Like they're still shedding to this day. It's been 6 years, actually 7. Anywho, all that to say, I just think that it's funny because remember the Jeffree Star Jaclyn Hill Twitter war?
Yes.
Remember everybody would tweet each other and be like, "That's not what happened. That's not what I said."
That's not how it
Like
went down.
it was literally like the best time ever. So whenever they say like Jacqueline Hill, Jeffree Star don't really like each other, I believe it. They've stayed away from each other. They've steered clear. If they text behind the scenes, girl, we'll never know. I just know they don't publicly associate with each other.
All right. Well, guys, I don't want to draw this out any longer than I already have. Please leave me a heart emoji in the chat. You made it this far. And if you enjoy Pink Scorpios, Pink Labubu, where can they find you?
You guys can find me on TikTok at Pink Scorpio 888.
Yes. You guys, it's Monday. This video will go up today. We're actually, right, we're on trend here. We're on trend here. Okay. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.